Hello. Is this thing on? I guess so. I can see the line move up and down. Out of the green and into the yellow. How are y'all doing? We're going back inside the house. Uncovering books. Secrets. Starting cults. Drinking tea. All of that good thing. Hello. Sounds good? Is sound good. I guess it would be. Oh. Hi. That's big. There's been a small patch. So I don't think I'm gonna need that now. So would that be okay to go back at 75? Small patch. Small. This is still very big. Okay. Is this still readable? That is the question. I don't think so. Yes. Oh, I'll keep it small. Yes, just last time I used it and it was not really working. The accessible card text, I guess. Yeah, it's accessible card text. But like, the art is pretty, so let's keep it. More is nothing specific. Card trays, auto card overlap when auto sorting. No. No. Where's the no? No. Oh. Oh. I don't care about sundry and don't get enough of them. Skill, maybe when I'm gonna get a lot of them. Soul. Overlap a quarter, display 3/4. Let's go. Let's go. An earlier card on top when auto sorting. Yeah. Would you rather see the beginning or the ends? Let's go with that. New setting. Quality of life improvement. Oh. Hello. It's so pretty. Okay. Now that I'm super hype about that. Where were we? We are exploring the Hush House. As the archaeologist, we washed up on the shore with a journal and no memory. And we managed to find out with our memory that we are the archaeologist. And we've gathered a sense card journal. I am the librarian of Hush House, and this journal will record what arose from my crime and my curse. The archaeologist's dearest wish when they came to the house was to record a history where their crime could be forgiven or redefined. But you can complete the game with any history. I'm not sure what they mean by history in that case specifically, because I remember from Cultist Simulator that there was secret histories that was alternate timelines, basically something like that. But I'm not sure if that has the same significance in the concept of a library or this game. So we are getting back at the entrance of the house. And we will need help from the villagers to open room while we catalog and read books to learn about the ancient lore. So without further ado, I still have a lesson of Ink of Containment to learn and to boost. And it needs memories of moon or winter. So the first thing we're gonna do is check what's the weather today. A little bit. It is sunny outside, which is neither moon nor sun. Okay, sunny day with sky and lanterns. So to open some of those doors, I need 2 sky. That's kind of free. 3 lantern, that could be nice. A knock or a rose, I don't have that available, I think. Not a lot. Edge and nectar, I don't have anything to do that, so let's just hire our friend Miskill, should I say, with my Arab, so that we can have this starting. And with the rest of my time, I'm gonna open some book. What do I have in book that I can try to read? 6 sky. Do I have 6 sky? I have 2 free with Sunny. I have none in there, and I don't think I have enough sky to open that one. No. Too hard, very too hard. 4 knock, I don't think I have that with my thing, so I think we're gonna catalog book using first the desk, which can accept a lot of things, including let's go my chest. That's also new. That's nice. Little X. And let's catalog the book we still have. And next one with one of my shafts. So that has started. I would also like, when I'm gonna finish hiring Mrs. Kill, to hire Mr. Kill. I think I can get to the beach with him. So open the Watchman Tower top floor. The ceiling bows worryingly under the damp patch. There must be a leak in the observatory. The sun above knows what state it's in. I should seek help and enter carefully. So the midwife assistants will help us get that. And I will use my whisk to get Mr. Kill. If I remember, he has 2 winters, so I will be able to get the beach unlocked. Now, with Wolf's story, I think I can go gather stuff in the moor with my health. And I will gather in spring, which is gonna bring us material for later. And while the wife works, Mr. Coffin Maker will be talking with me to generate memory. Let's go. And I could also talk. Fix and mend. Okay. Let's go. With a sunny day, I would also be able to generate 3 lantern at the end of the day, probably. Okay. 2 new book, Kittling Ripe and the Moldy Warp's Grave. A Mystery of 6 Moth, which is the aspect of chaos. Maybe the wolf thing. Oh, that's a nice button. Oh, so great. So great. The other book, On the White, 6 of Winter. That's easy, I think. Especially if I manage to upgrade that. So this is probably gonna be the next book I read. Knock is also something I will need. Ink of Containment, 3 Winter. I would need Moon and Winter to be able to upgrade the thing. Will I need metal today? No. Therefore, I will catalog another book. Let's go. And I've learned a lot of quick access. Memory, a stolen secret. 2 moon. So I got 1 memory I can use. I'll keep talking with you. And I will note that a stolen secret is something you can give. New book. A 7th Voice, which is a book of 8 sky. Kinda hard for a beginning. Traveling at night is the easiest I can do, I think, in there. Grab my soul. My poor soul. Grail. Do I have Grail? No. Certainly not 14. Okay. On that note, I cannot do a lot. Oh, I'm dumb. New room. The Observatory. Watchman's Tower. Observatory. Thomas the Wolf, 2nd Baron Brankrug, who they called Baron Silence, built this observatory in 1576 by happy coincidence, just in time to observe the passage of the Great Comet in 1577. Non, ce n'est jamais! Jamais, c'est un télescope. Comment ça va, Alex? Déraquer de bico. I said traveling at night would probably be the other book I will need. The Observatory. Tea time! Thank you. Ooh. It's too warm. Semaine de ménage Boss Pico. J'ai fait un week-end de ménage la fin de semaine passée. Une semaine de ménage Boss Pico. À Bico ou chez toi? Bonne question. So, 4 books. Kitty's Armchair. This looks very like the armchairs in which Kitty Mazarine, a 2nd librarian, sat for El Breton's famous group portrait, Comfort of 2 Sky, and a Mist Kiss Water glass, which is a beverage of 1 heart, 2 knock, 2 moon, and a winter. The faintest of vapor still goes the water's surface. And that's pretty much that. And a telescope. The scholars of the house watch the course of the stars to determine their past and understand their future, which is a crafting station of rose and sky, so direction and sky, logically, which is the place where I can evolve my skill via Oromachistry. I could use Oromachistry here to evolve my soul. Once I've committed the skill to Oromachistry, Wisdom, you can use that skill here to combine 2 identical soul cards into a greater one. And it accepts soul skill memory, as pretty much all crafting table, if I understood, and extra soul lance and tool, and lance memory and tool. So I can double up on tool, and I can also use lenses. Ah oui! Passer la boue, effectivement. Ça a dû être le gros nettoyage. Ah. Et c'est bien. Gros nettoyage du sol. De l'équipement et le tout. And now I'm stuck because I have no more ability to do stuff. Memory of Insight. I will be able to upgrade my lesson because it's a 2-winter. Perfect. Thank you. You were very useful. Now please open the beach. Cake. Red velvet cake. Now that I'm done with you, go open the tidal flats. Brankrug is a tidal island. At low tide you could walk there, though you probably shouldn't. With the guidance of the coffin maker, it's gonna be easy. New crafting station done. And I've got money. And now with that money, I would like to get back my whist. So I can boost my Ink of Containment skill. And I will then need to get back... What did I say? Okay. Gather and Spring. Unexpected find in the folds of Earth and Sky. I found Hawthorn Blank, a wood favored by the horned hacks. It's a wood. It's fuel, it's a material, it's a thing, and it's of the principle of knock, which permit no seal and no isolation. It thrust us gleefully out of the safety of ignorance. It opened doors and unseen barriers. Wolf Story is back. This. Okay. Boosting my skill. Gathering back my stuff. Opening the tidal flats. Also, I'm gonna need to open a lot more in the house so I can drop my pieces of wood and the sand and the flowers and the books and everything else. Tidal flats, the Crow Cross Sand. Look out across the bay. Long, long ago this was a forest. And here I can do beach combing. I can take a long walk along the ocean side. If I know what to look for, I might find something the ocean has forsaken. And the sea's edge. The sea is always hungry. The sea never sleeps. The sea accepts offering. Discard object here or release beasts. No items stay in my inventory forever. I have shelves. I need to put stuff on it. And if I remember, that's the right place to do that. Next thing happening is I'm waiting for... Boom. My whist is back. And I wanted to get my Arab to hire the lady. Again. And now, what I can do with my whist is I will consider my skill. And by putting my whist and effort, 1 lesson and 2 memory, which are of the same type of Ink of Containment, which is Winter and Moon, I will be able to upgrade Ink of Containment to level 3. And it's gonna get better. Basically, right now there's 2 things I need to do. Upgrade my skill and, well, 3 things. Open books and learn their skill. To upgrade my skill and open the room in the house. But unfortunately, I don't have a lot of stats. Well, element of the soul, which are my stats, basically. And each time I do an action, I need an element of the soul usually to do that. Ink of Containment, level 3 is now aspect of 4 Winter, which is the principle of silence, of ending, and of those things that are not quite dead. And Moon is about secrets are soft, night is softer still. The sea speaks, it is not always wise to listen. It's about the nocturnal and the forgotten. Which, let's go. So, I wanted to get this to hire Miskill to boost her with the sunny day so she can get lights, aspect, and open the next room. With the aspect of the midwife, I can talk with her. And the first thing I'm gonna do is, hello, Miss Kyle, Miss Gill. This is a tool. See the lights. I forgot to pause. Which I hope will not be a problem. It might be a problem because it is now night. I fucked up. With 2 Grail, can you do something? Oh, fucked up. Whatever. Oh, I also forgot to answer the letter to the librarian. Well, I fucked up, too late. Le but du jeu. Donc, en tant que libraire de la maison du Hush House, c'est la suite spirituelle de Cultist Simulator. Basically, dans Cultist Simulator, tu partais un culte et tu essaies de devenir un immortel. Dans celui-ci, le but est un peu vague pour l'instant. Mais ce qu'il faut que tu fasses, c'est que tu recordes a history. Et je sais pas exactement ce que ça veut dire, parce que le terme history dans Cultist Simulator, c'était basically des univers parallèles. Où s'est passé des guerres différentes, où des pays différents sont produits. Mais c'était aussi appelé des secret history. Donc, dans celui-ci, pour l'instant, j'ouvre les pièces de la maison parce que déjà, de base, pour une raison quelconque, j'ai été choisi ou j'ai choisi d'être le libraire et la maison était fermée depuis très très longtemps à cause d'un feu. Mais, depuis que j'ai ouvert la maison, pas de traces de feu. Étrange. Il y a juste des spectres à gauche, à droite, des ronces à couper, puis une couple de pièces à réparer. J'ai aussi, justement, une lettre qui vient d'un trust fund de Saint Rowan, qui, si je me souviens bien, je l'avais lu. Et je peux le relire, ça va prendre 5 secondes. Qui me disait, Saint Rowan's Trust wish to congratulate me on my appointment as librarian of Hush House. The trust assure me that it will provide a promised stipend each spring, which was 10 shilling, qui était 10 shillings, but reminds me that its resources are limited. It suggests that I seek local assistance in restoring the premise, ce que je fais depuis que j'ai commencé à faire au dernier stream, où basically il faut que je demande l'assistant des villageois et que je leur booste des aspects pour qu'ils puissent ouvrir les portes. Les aspects, c'est comme un peu les connaissances mystiques du monde. Fait que certains villageois ont des aspects différents, comme la midwife a 2 de Grail. Grail, c'est Hunger, Lust, and the Drowning Water. The principle of Grail honors both the birth and the feast. Puis Heart. The heart relentless beats to protect the skin of the world we understand. The heart is the principle that continues and preserves. So it's life force. Donc, je leur booste et je leur donne différents attributs pour qu'ils puissent ouvrir les portes parce que certains endroits requièrent certains rituels, d'une certaine façon. Ou travaux physiques, d'une autre façon. Donc, j'étais en train de lire ça. Excusez. Let us know when you're all set up and ready to receive visitors. The letter concludes. It's signed simply the trustees. Donc, je suppose que je vais recevoir des visiteurs qui vont possiblement m'aider à différentes choses. Spoiler, j'ai continué un petit peu sur ma première game que j'avais jouée en solo. Et les visiteurs sont basically littéralement des visiteurs d'une librairie qui veulent consulter des livres. Fait que basically, il faut que tu aies les bons livres pour conseiller les personnes sur des trucs mystiques qui se passent dans le monde. Fait que je suppose que pour l'instant, mon but, c'est d'augmenter mes savoirs à propos des différents arts mystiques et des techniques comme j'ai... puis de booster mes stats, qui sont mes attributs de soul. Fait que ensuite, je suppose qu'à travers tout ça, je vais découvrir qu'est-ce que ça implique record a history. C'est ça. Ouais, recording a history. Where my crime could be forgiven. Je sais que j'ai un... Pour l'instant, je peux pas le faire parce que je crois que ça coûte vraiment beaucoup trop cher. Mais de Soul Labor... Ah, j'ai malheureusement... Mettons que j'utiliserais l'encre. Non, je peux pas. J'ai-tu lu? Oui, je l'ai lu. Probablement qu'avec le Soul. Mais je sais que la dernière fois, ça me disait qu'il fallait que j'acquière 20 d'un aspect pour pouvoir ajouter une page à mon journal. Fait que je suppose que c'est la première étape à savoir en quoi ça consiste, Recorder History. Et contrairement à Cultist Simulator, il est beaucoup plus chill aussi. T'as pas des timers qui roulent tout le temps, qui fait ah, t'es en train de devenir fou, donne un truc pour reprendre ta sanity, ou le temps passe, fait qu'il faut que t'aies de l'argent, sinon tu vas devenir malade. It's not sweet enough, but it's good. And I have cake. So, new day, new beginning. Step 1. What's the weather today? Trying not to fuck up this time. It's also sunny. So, to open the long tower, I need 3 lantern. Should be easy. This one is 3 knock, 3 robes. And this one is 4 edge and 4 nectar. I don't have a lot of that. Edge, I have 1. Nectar, I have 1 in my health. So I'm gonna take care of this actually with the coffin maker. I cannot do it with the coffin maker. It's gonna be easier to do it with the lady. Gonna hire Mrs. Kyle. Kill, Mrs. Kill. And today I'm gonna answer the letter here with the ink, Ugale ink. Reply to Saint Rowan's Trust. I can use my metal and send a pragmatic reply to Saint Rowan's Trust. The journey was not straightforward, but here I am. Hush House is empty and peaceful. Nothing walks these hall. If something once did 7 years ago, the fire must have purged it. Or I can use my whist and send an inquisitive reply to Saint Rowan's Trust. I am here, but my situation is precarious, and there is so much I do not yet know. Is there anything more you can tell me of the house, the locals, their past? And I'm gonna totally use that, because yes, of course. More music. And I will, once again, can I do, oh yes, I can do Beachcombing with Ink of Containment and my Tryst. Something half buried in the sand. Let's go. And here with Wolf Story and Health, Gather in Spring again. More material, we require more Vespine gas. We need more minerals. And I will keep cataloging books, because this is my job and then I need to read them. Let's go. Double speed, because I'm crazy like that. So, the midwife is back. I will talk to you about the wonderful sunny day, so she will get 2 lantern and 2 sky. Because I need her to have illuminations. And what else is done? The letter is done. La 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 la. And now I get a memory of revelation, which is 2 lantern also. Unfortunately, I can only use 1 memory on a villager at a time each day. And I got a reply to the trust. I can take this to the post office to be dispatched at St. Rowan's Trust. Once they know I've arrived, they'll send more funds, I hope. Let's go. The post office. Patience. Thus the mountain awaits the fall of the snow. Thus Mondays awaits the death of the weekend. Thus the postmistress waits for me to purchase a stamp. Stamp, envelope, send. Whee! The postmistress examines the letter and deems it sufficient. It will go with the next post, she assures me. Now I can expect visitors, correspondence, and a stipend from the trust every spring. And I get my other penny back. What did I get? I got a book, Sunrise Awakening, a non-characteristically poignant meditation by the edge-long Trog of Merionid, who later came to the Hush House under a variety of other names, often in search of some sort of fight. So, information. In Cultist Simulator and House Book of Hours, there is people and there is greater force. The greater force, and sometimes people that have become greater force, the greatest powers are called the hours. The other type of people are, if I remember, unknown. That's people who know about occult shit, basically. And the goal of Cultist Simulator was to become a long, which means an immortal. So when they say an edge long, it means an immortal of the edge powers, basically. But this is a book with a Mystery of Lantern 4, which is possible maybe if I add some aspect of light, which I have a little bit because I have a mirror scope, but I don't have the rest. Collect the book, put it on the shelf, set it and forget it. Make money with my metal. Check another book to be cataloged. Catalog. Get the book and catalog it. And let's cook. So, midwife has now been boosted once, and now I will give her the tool, so she will get 3 lantern, and she will therefore be able to open the long tower, which require 3 lantern or 3 winter. The long towers look like it's been abandoned much longer than 7 years. In the nocturnal period, the inhabitant probably spent most of their time on the seaward side of the isle. I'll need help to restore the room above. The nocturnal period is the closest period to present day, and it's when the Hush House used to be a jail. As I learn from the bridge. New book. Edery After, an anonymous erotic novel occasionally claimed to have been written by Eva the Wolf, although at least 2 duels were fought in her honor to avenge this slander. Okay, it's a mystery of 8 winter. And I have 4 winter in a skill, but I don't have 4 winter in a skill, 2 winter in a whist, so if I get a memory of 2 winter, I can read it and understand it fully. So, I prefer the tool from the midwife assistant, and now she has enough knowledge to be able to open the long tower first floor. Let's go. Now, there was a lot of quality update. Like this is really nice. And now it doesn't zoom super hard on the place also, which was kind of a bug. I found in the forest, well, in the moor, a serpentinite slab, the gray-green root rock of the Cornish coast. It is a stone, it is material, it's a thing. It is of the element of scale, which is kind of hurt and wild stuff, and knock, which is the principle of opening door and unseeming barrier. And on the beach, I found the key to the house, which I already used. Heavy enough that it takes both hands to turn, heavy enough to brain someone, though you'd need both hands to do that too. The key always comes back. And it will go back exactly where it was. And a slab of stone. Let's go. Now. Oh. No, I'm just gonna go with what's happening right now. I don't have any more stats to do action today. Did I say I found? Yeah, it's a book of 4. Do I have something that has 1 lantern in there? I never remember. I don't think so. New room. Who this? Okay. New room. The Long Tower. Solomon's study. In 1818, the very Reverend Solomon Usher became third librarian of the Curia of the Isle. He took room in the Long Tower as his quarter. Usher's tastes were Spartan. Although the Curia generally liked a little more luxury, no one ever quite dared to redecorate the place after his disappearance. And I will be able to get in the Long Tower second floor with 4 winter and 4 lantern. Okay, same thing, but a little bit more. Freezing air, even tendrils of fog drift from the tower top. I should probably seek help from someone who knows the local tradition for dealing with restless spirits. Just a few ghosts, you know. Hello, Smog! Bienvenue sur le stream. Donc, in Solomon's study, we have the desk pail. Solomon Usher himself commissioned this from Lockwood Fen Bugyew. Blackened and half fossilized by centuries underwater. Here at this desk he wrote his doomy allegory of winter and its romance with the sun. When he blotted the last word on his manuscript and rose from his work, the timber had turned pale as fresh-cut maple, or so the story goes. So this is a desk where I can use lantern, scale, sky, and winter with paper and ink or tool. So it's with the same thing than this one, but this one accepts other principle. I have whispering sand, white silver sand in which the voice of the wave lingers. Nivin parchment, pale as the first wisp of mountain cloud. Okay. New ink, peridicate. Deadly, use gloves to read text produced with this pigment. An ink of power, sometimes considered an unsanctioned ink. A widow's candle, light in remembrance. It's of the element of moon. 2 book, that's nice. Another fireplace to burn stuff or brew teas. The fireplace doesn't exactly warm the room, but it keeps the chill more or less at bay. Nice. A bust of Solomon's Usher. This bust is the palest white marble. A bust of winter, of course. A chalice candle. A candle scented with fragrant chalice, which is a candle of lantern and 2 grail. And another widow's candle. All great. Can I do something with my memory of revelation? Was I introduced to the rectory? No, I will need people to introduce me to the rectory and the smithy. Basically, the kills will have to do that. What do I have? I will end the day on that while I eat cake. Cake. You'll be good at it. They changed the sound for afternoon / dusk. Season changed to summer. The Grail at her greatest. Okay. I get current affair. What's happening in the world beyond Brankrug? What visitors will the season bring? will either draw a new incident, find a suitable visitor for the current incident, or retire the current incident if there are no visitors left for it. And what's the weather today? It is raining. Rain is a weather of 2 nectar and 2 grail. And I need to have 4 nectar to get here. Grail will not help me. So what I could do is I'm gonna try to hire Mr. Kill with my whist. I have a lantern in whist. Okay. With my whist. Relax it at the tavern. Well, you know what? Let's start at the beginning. Okay. I will hire Miss Kill. Right now. Boom. Today we do stuff. I will also be able to open that. I need to do so much thing with my whist. Oh no! Okay. Step 1. Hire Miss Skill. And do nothing else, because else I'm gonna lose focus. Okay. Miss Skill. Hello. With my whist, I will hire Mr. Kill. Now, Midwife. Hello. Let's talk about the rain. If I remember... Yeah, let's talk about the rain. Boom. So that will boost her with 2 nectar, and I will give her a glass of dandelion wine, which also has 2 nectar because it's made with flowers, so it has 2 nectar. Basically, I can boost the villager with memory, with my own help, so with element of the soul, which are mines, with a tool, with beverage sustenance, basically food or drink. I said a tool, and I think Miss Kill also accepts fabric, and the coffin maker accepts wood, if I remember. Because they know how to work with the thing. So, do I need any of those today for a thing? No, 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 and no. Because I'm gonna have 4. I'm gonna boost that, I'm gonna boost that. So, what I will do with the rest of the thing is open book. And gather material. Let's not forget that I need to gather material. Effort, use my tryst. Ink of containment. Boom. Effort, health. Wolf story. Gather in the more. I have 3 desks now, so I cannot use this one though right now because I don't have the right soul for it. Metal here. Catalog that book, and with my own hand I'm gonna use my shop to catalog that book. Everything's happening at the same time. I also have a theory about that game and the island of Brainkrog, because basically the stat of the people reset every day, and when you got like shipwrecked you lose your memory. I think you will learn later, possibly in the lore, that you literally lose memory during the night. If it's not canon, then it should be. Mr. Kill is now with me. Tea time. Am I using the tavern to work? No, whist. Get relaxed. Boom. I will need you later. Boom. So many things happened. Mrs. Kale has been boosted with 2 nectar, and now get an ice drop. I can offer my assistants something to drink. This will increase their aspect. They'll also be glad of the refreshment. There. Get drunk. New book. Those indignities perpetrated by the deceitful fraternity of the Obliviate. It is not clear whether Crud, who is identified only by his initial, was in fact an initiate of the Obliviate Order of Immortal Adepts. He wrote in the 16th century after the order, if he is to be believed, had passed the height of its power. Okay. It's a book of 6 winter, which I will eventually be able to do kind of easily. Ah, crud, indeed. And Baronial Period book, Wainscot History, subtitled Stories from Behind the Walls. A miscellany of non-traditional histories, including battle not generally acknowledged in countries which appears on no map, told in a playful, apparently fictional manner. It's a lantern. Such a hero, lol. Oh, yeah, true. I got place here. I got place to be. People to kill. What? This is something. Catalog another book. Start. Start. Create, read, update, delete, lol. Is that a real thing? What just happened? What's that noise? Ah, that. The affair of the development in the world beyond Brankrog, drawing a new incident. A visitor interested in perilous opera. Is there someone en route to Hush House? The affair of the invisible opera. No one has ever successfully staged an entire performance of Wing Within Wings, but now someone is trying again. Crud. Dr. Arun Peel. Dr. Arun Peel, exile, riddlemonger, thunder-skinned devotee. I'd rather say confident. Impeccably dressed, but always in dark clothing so the stains don't show. Dark, the dressing too, at his ankle and his wrist. I won't take a seat. It's kind of you to offer. It would be unkind of me to accept. He has a lot of traits. Understand Phrygian, Sanskrit, Vac, which is a bold language, Latin. He's an occupant of Moon, he's interested in Moon, he's interested in Moth. He understands Greek and he understands Aramaic, okay? And the affair of the invisible opera. No one has ever successfully staged, yes, what I've read. That's probably why they call it the invisible opera. But now someone is trying again. Visitor with an interest in Grail or Moth mystery will want to talk about this. Yes. And I'm waiting for Opti. Boom. New book, the Oris book, which is a 4-edge in Latin. A 19th century reprint by the indefatigable Nathaniel Darcy Evers of a 14th century Latin translation of a 4th century work. Nice. A translation of a translation of a translation. And boom. The midwife now has enough stat to open. The walled garden. Iron spikes march along the top of the walls. The gate is rusted shut, but what I can see through the bars is as ruinous as I might expect. Unlock it. And on that note, I think that The stream says we are going on an ad break, so see you in 3 minutes. Is it an ad break? Or did you just send me the message that it's 1 and... Wow. It's not an ad break. I'm confused. Why did you send me a message? Okay. Well, continuing then. Let's go. I got bamboozled from Twitch. Hi, Aqua. I was wondering, I was like, it says it on that screen, but not on that screen. Why? Why? I have books. I have... It's ad break time! I'm confused. Double bamboozled. Okay. I will be calm a little. And I will take care of talking with the coffin maker assistant with my whist to boost him to a lot of winter. And drink tea with chat. Hi, chat. How you doing? Ooh. What's that? Fish! It's a good time to eat cake. Get yourself refreshment. Go drink. Go drink water. Don't choke on your red velvet. I will drink some water. Ooh. Why? It's a really good red velvet. Probably not made with the original recipe. Because if I remember, it needs a special kind of cocoa. Lol. Special kind of cocoa that makes it that the cake turns red naturally without food coloring. You just need to add a little bit of baking powder, if I remember. There is no whiskey, it's bourbon. It's supposed to be bourbon. Anyway, on that note, I will just finish those two. And the break should end around now. Welcome back from the break, people. I was busy eating cake. So, I have gathered from the wood a slab of granite. Granite? Long cold volcano blood. I like that. It is a stone. It's a material of forge and scale because it's from the earth and it's very much the stone. I also found a mackerel. Eat it while it's fresh or keep it while it's salted. It is a sustenance. It's food. It is remain. This is how you know who was mortal. Okay. It's a thing, and it gives 2 scale, 2 moon, because it comes from the ocean, and a heart, because it was a living animal. Logically. It has life energy. I'm struggling. Fish goes in the very cold room of Solomon Usher. It's like a fridge. It's a fridge. And I've boosted the coffin maker with 2 aspect of winter, so he can be happy. Garden open. The practic garden? In the early days of St. Brendan's Bay, the brothers practiced the art of war here. So it was that in baronial time the garden became a favorite of the martial, quarrelsome the wolves. The barons of the isle. We have a statue of Brian, which is not real. We have a garden. The shining pears Pyrrhus auricalcinum in summer and autumn, which I will be eventually able to gather if I one day know how to use plant. I've got twice that thing, and the Practic Garden Dummy. Since the Napoleonic War, he has been punched, thumped, stabbed, and shot by amateurs, by professionals, and by tipsy guests after dinner. No wonder he looks so cross. This is where I can evolve my skill of illumination. Therefore, I don't have anything in the illumination tree. What do I have? I have Aromakis tree. I've put Ink of Containment in Aromakis tree. Oh. And I boosted my metal. I only have one, so I cannot boost it. Okay. I cannot merge them together, unfortunately. Go. The dummy. Accept as all crafting stations soul, skill, and memory. It accept edge, scale, heart, and winter. Edge makes sense. Heart, energy, life force, etc. Scale because hardy. Winter because death. Death, yes. It also accepts extra element of the soul and extra memory. Okay. Okay. Can double up on memories in there. And it will give me access to a tangle of thorn, a flower garden overrun with thorn, weeds, and briar rose. I would need 4 grail, easy to get. Or 4 nectar, less easy to get. And did I add something? Yes. Now that the room is not being unlocked, I'm gonna unlock the last room of the long tower. And meanwhile, what do you want, Dr. Arun Peel? He is interested in moon and interested in muff. Therefore, hello. A conversation with Dr. Peel. The day, the night, and here we are again in the day. Marvelous. If there's an incident card active, you can discuss it or just leave the slot empty and offer a consultation. About on the Invisible Opera. The Invisible Opera suggested they perform it in the dark. Too rarely does anyone listen to what I'm saying. Too often they think I'm joking. Try a book with as much mystery as their mystery mutt as their mutt interest. Do I have a muff book of mystery tree? Muff. Muff. That's winter. Moth Fix. And it's not in a weird language. Does this work? The opera is dedicated to Ferezeref, the magpie, name of the moth. Ferezerev is a troublemaker, perhaps the paramount troublemaker. I suppose I have a certain knack for trouble myself, but I acknowledge the master. So there will be Alarum's excursion, possibly exsanguination. But from even the most irresponsible phoenix, we can hope to rescue an egg. What does Alarum's mean, specifically in that matter? Alarum's. What's that? A warning or alarm, especially a call to arms. Same as alarm, but now used only in sense for except poetically. Alarms, basically. An old way of saying alarms. Cool. Does that work? Yes, the magpie would generally deputize a lesser power to arrange a suitable disaster at the opera. But he has been known to attend the performance himself. And now I have an idea how I might encourage him to do so. Thank you, librarian. I've been needing a chat with Ferezerev for a very long time indeed. Okay. Yes. It's the follow-up spiritual successor of Cultist Simulator. Yeah. Choose the beverage. Tea or water? Of course, tea. We have tea in the game, by the way. We have Second Flush Sam, tea from the land of the real unicorn. Imported by Cater and Harrow. We also have Dandelion wine. Wish I would probably need to serve a new glass if I don't want to forget it in the bottle and just give it to someone like this. There we go. Okay. What's happening? We opening a new room. Dandelion wine. Wine made out of fresh flowers. I'm a Ooh, such a distinguished gentleman. Oh, yes. So, well, I'm gonna let that other thing finish. Cool. Same thing. I get back my book, I get back the Affair of Invisible Opera, and I receive a bronze spin tray. Occult treasure are purchased with occult coin. Spin tray. Bronze spin tray usually displays the act of shaping on the river side. And it is a tally, the consensus currency of the invisible world, wildly unofficial, eternally consistent. With an aspect of forge too. I get magic money. And my book went back there. And now I get the trade. Dr. Aaron Peel came to the house seeking my help, so I let him consult this. So I won't be able to use that book later on him. New room. The Long Tower, Solomon's Quarter. Generally reckoned the chilliest room in the house. The Long Tower was usually called the Winter Tower until Julian Cosley, Magus, epistler reputed Long, dwelt here briefly in the 17th century. Solomon Husher was the second known to sleep in the room. Evidently, they didn't mind the cold. I have the guest bed of Solomon. Julian Coslin, Solomon Husher, both great sages of winter, slept in this bed, although not simultaneously. No one, the story runs, has ever managed a serene night's sleep in it since. I can move my belonging and make this my bed. Or I can place visitor that match the bed, which would be interested in winter visitor in that bed because they like the cold. Or they're dead. Or both. I don't judge. New books. Another... No, it's different. A glass of ice water from Brinkrock's Deep Spring, which is a beverage of winter, moon, and heart. And the foundation of the sun. Long ago in this country, one did not build the church without first sacrificing a white bull to the sun in rags. Solomon Husher brought this tapestry with him from, well, wherever it was that Solomon come from. It is a wall heart, because it goes on the wall. It is woven. I can take this to a workbench to render it into rags. Why would I do that? It's very pretty. And it's of winter too because it's in Solomon's chamber, of course. It's cold. It's full of undeath. Okay. I have no more stats. Therefore, nighttime. Tomorrow will be another day. Night's coming. That's what happened. It's super pretty. And I really, really, really like the sky. So pretty. What's the weather today? It's sunny. Okay. I was like, that feels like a secret. Okay. It's a sunny day. What can I do? The midwife can open this easy. But for that room, the first true threshold. Yeah, I didn't read that. I have reached the threshold of the house proper. The librarian of the curia were scholars of note. Some were Potten adepts. From here, I should proceed carefully, observing the proper forms, making the appropriate offerings. The villager and other locals know the way of the heart and see hereabout. Their assistance will be invaluable. Put the limit on it. But I didn't tell it what... No, it's not a limit, it's a timer. I remember. So people don't just spam me with hydrate. Hello, Kitty. Would you like to see your chair? This is your chair. This is Kitty's armchair. This looks very like the armchair in which Kitty Mazarine, second librarian, sat for El Breton's famous group portrait. It's a comfort of sky. Sky is the element of wind, storm, echo, song, the intricacies of mathematics and the principle of flight. Lost touch is lighter than we sometimes think. It's matter of balance, harmony, and necessity. I saw the name and was like, nice. So, today, yes, I need what? I need tree knock. I could use my shaft for that. It's sunny, which doesn't help me at all with what I want to do, except I can read a book. Read a book. So today I will read a book. I will read Sunrise Awakening, an uncharacteristically poignant meditation by the edge-long Trog of Marionid, who later came to the Hush House under varieties of other names, often in search of some sort of fight. Why is it not... Why is it Lantern if it's written by an immortal of Edge? I don't know! I need a desk that accepts light. So, hello. I will use my whist to read this book. I will use the fact that it is sunny outside, which will boost it to 3, and I will accompany my read with the mirror scope, which will boost the aspect of Lantern to 4, which will meet the mystery of that book, and I will be able to master it without any difficulty. Go! That's done. Step 2. Hire the midwife with my Arab. Let's go. Now, what else needs to be done? Nothing. I will therefore go gather material, because I require more Vespine gas. Beach coming. I will take a walk on the moor with wolf stories and my help. I say take a walk on the moor with wolf stories and my health. Gather in summer, the wind is almost warm. And I did it again! Third time's the charm. And I will use my metal to catalog a book. Boom. This other desk is used, so I will catalog another book. Curia or Baronial? Baronial is more recent, so I think it's less dangerous to read. And I will read it with my shaft. Let's go. And I keep my things, because Mrs. Kyle will need my Arab to get boosted, so I will drink a pint at the pub. 2 pence will buy me a hearty meal in a quiet place where I can rest and gather my thought. 2 pence. It is summer. I am sitting on the bench outside the Sweet Bones, eating crumbly cheese in nettle wrapping and good black rye bread soaking up the sun. And while we have nothing to do with the midwife, let's just talk and see what she has to say. And drink a bit of tea. A little bit quicker. Quickler, as I say usually. A new book, The Carbonic Schism. The Order of Obliviate on the brink of schism assembles in a Bound's house, identified only as Carbonic, after the Fisher King's castle of legend. They're the no and the long of the order debate their long policy of non-involvement in matter of feather and scale. Okay. It's a book, Mystery of Mutt, and it's written in Sabazine. I do not know that language. Nice. I also gathered a new book. 108. Eva the Wolf Discourse on the Fifth History, and particularly on those who are said to have passed over from it. The great hooded prince, the Nock Long, who ascended under the Mother of Hands, but now, so Eva claims, under the Horned Axe. So the Mother of Hands is the hour, which means the greatest power, or one of the greater power of Grail, which is blood, passion, and a lot of things. And the Horned Axe, I don't remember / don't know. It is a mystery of scale 4, and it is also Stenic Taint. A poison, a curse? Probably both. Be careful handling this book. This contamination can affect your shaft and health. You can remove it with a skill that's effective against curses and at least 7 knocks. I have Ink of Containment as knowledge. Can it spread? Doesn't say anything about that, so I'm not too worried on putting that here. Ink of Containment. Is it effective against curse? It's effective against theoplasmic contamination, so not curse. Okay. Next book. Catalog all the books. It kind of feels a little bit like a board game, just because of cards, honestly. The Midwife Assistant give me a memory of foresight, with Forge and Fire Blast, meaning press and screws. Coleridge on Dawn's poetry. It's a memory of Lantern and Forge. Does any of those rooms need Lantern or Forge? No. I can talk to the Midwife again and get another memory. You could technically play it with decks of cards for the action. You could. New book cataloged. Vincent Mingling. The metallurgist and skysmith Everest Vincent speak of the sacred alloys, the alloy eternal, the alloy sufficient, and the alloy intendant. It's a book of mystery of Forge, which is the concept of change. And it's kind of easy to do, so I will put it here. I need more shelves for my book. My Arab is back. I really like the name of the stats. It's like most of them almost mean something normal, like whist is just old pronunciation of wits. Midwife assistants. I don't need my Arab because she gave me a memory of satisfaction, which get 2 grails, which is what I wanted to get from Arab. Therefore, I will use it to catalog something. Can I use Arab? Yes. Catalog more book. Catalog all the book. And meanwhile, I will exalt you with a memory. I can discuss the memory with my assistant. It will use up the memory, but boost the assistant ability for the rest of the day. She will therefore be able to open the Tangle of Thorn. Why do I keep my journal on me? There we go. New stuff. What did I find in the wood? I found a stray dog. Lost, frightened, and eager. It is a comfort because it goes on the ground. It's a beast. When it moves, it's not the wind, and it's not a person. He or she, they have 2 edge because it got teeth and claws, 2 heart because it's alive, and 2 scale because it comes from the earth and is wild. I probably found trees in the moor also, but most importantly, I found a puppy. A dog. And on the beach, I found a contraband float Sam. Salt stain and wave wrecked. It is a cache. Something interesting must be sealed inside. Use consider on this. I can wait for tomorrow. Can I? Yes. I can wait for tomorrow. There is sand, by the way. You can just find sand on the beach. New book, Exercise in the Continuity of Self, techniques proposed by the Ostorium, the most inaccessible and obsessing of the libraries of the Watchman's Tree. The Watchman is the Hour of Lantern, if I remember. So the power of Lantern, which is revelation and illumination. And okay, for the persistence of memory after the body is discarded. It's a book of winter because it talks about death. Of course. The midwife assistance is now... Memory don't last as long outside books, but it made a difference for the day. Yeah, okay. And now she can open the garden. Open the garden. Midwife, open the garden. Do it. Do it. And sand. Sand? Revelation of Lantern. Good night at work. See y'all. New book. The Sunrise Awakening, which is a story. It's meditation by the Edgelong, who often came to the Hush House to get information and in search of some sort of fight. I'm reading. If light were not silent, it would be music. If music were visible, it would be light. Each day's light, Trug suggests, is faintly touched by the light of every past day. So in the light of every present day, we may begin to understand something of day to come. At least this appears to be his conclusion, but he stops mid-sentence, apparently having lost patience with the act of writing or possibly been ambushed. I love it. So, I receive lesson in auroral contemplation. I've gained more understanding of auroral contemplation. The contemplation of aurora. Aurora. Okay. And it gives me revelation. So I just need to write Sunrise Awakening, give me revelation. Boom. Which is a memory of two lanterns. Some truth come to us from outside or above. I will collect all of this. So, lesson in auroral contemplation. It is edge and lantern. I have none of those two aspects in my skill, therefore I cannot upgrade any other skill, therefore I will just learn that thing. More skill, more stat. Boom, boom, boom. And nothing left to do. I really like the new button of go to next completed because I can see if something has completed. Another leaf on the tree of wisdom. Auroral contemplation. To know what will pass in what has passed, the practitioner of this discipline see endings and beginning, passages and transition in the same mode as dawn and sunset. It is illumination and nyctodromy. It is 2 lantern and 1 edge. Cool. So that's gonna help me with the other lantern stuff I will want to do. Can I put it in the tree of wisdom? This is all I level up. So I gain skill, which are those that can be leveled up also on their own when I get lesson from books. Then, once I get skill, unappropriate stuff, I can put it in the Tree of Wisdom. So there is 9 wisdom, and as an archaeologist, if I understood, the easiest for me to get is Skolekosophy, which is the study of things that should not be studied. Some call this a wisdom. It's curiosity. So there are several wisdom that are in that tree. Example, Busk is the wisdom of the primeval wood, rarely written, often felt. So it's nature, basically. There is preservation, healing, and restoration. An unglamorous wisdom, at least to those who never wonder how the world still exists. There is birdsong, which is music, riddle, and miscellanea. Less a wisdom, more a body of gossip hallowed by accretion. A sniffly scholar once remarked. I get Oromachistry, the wisdom concerned with laws and disagreement of the hour and their emanation. Okay, so Oromachistry as in the hour, but not time. Okay. So laws, basically. Etastry, which is alchemy and metallurgy and pyrotechnics. Etastry is sometimes called the art that alters, so basically crafting. Illumination, illuminate, purify the self and its surrounding. Eventually, they often cease to see any difference between the two. Pretty much lantern and light and all that thing. Ushery is the great art of ushery. Understand the beauty of silence and of its sundering. I think it is a little bit about death. Necromancer style. And Nyctodromy. Traveling at night is neither faster nor safer. That's why we do it. Knowledge of the ways and byways of the transmundane. So, not teleportation, but like the secret ways and path. That's cool. Nyctodromy is literally traveling at night. Okay. And with auroral contemplation, I can put it at 2 places. Either in illumination, where I will learn of the first sunrise. Yesterday's light determines the colors of tomorrow. And through illumination, we learn that we all begin in light. And this will give me a Fast, which is a trait I don't have. Fast is a trait of the soul. There's 9 parts of the soul. Fast represents sight, perception, inspiration, all of the glory's gift. So probably lantern. And the other place is Nyctodromy, the sunset road. Each journey is a day, and we are tested as travelers and as pilgrim. That is the part this contemplation plays in the Nyctodromy wisdom. This would give me another trait I don't have, which is Fet, the part of the soul that walks in dream. Which is probably Rose or Knock, if I remember. Or assume. On that note, which one would I prefer? What do I have as books? I have Winter, Lantern, Edge, Winter, Muff in a language I cannot speak. You go there. This one is Cursed. You go there. Sky, Knock, Forge, My Journal, Winter, Moth, Sky, Grail, Knock, Grail. Did I add a lantern in there? Yes, I have a 6 lantern here. I'm gonna go with fast. New part of the soul. Cool. Okay. It is midday. Check it out. Spam. Let's go. New book. So the Wainscot History, which is Stories from the Underwall, which is the story written by Wainscot about alternate histories, including battle, not generally acknowledged, and country which appear on no map. Let's go! Stats. So this is a book I have read. Where's the book I've read? Is it my first book? Yes, it's the first book I've read. Okay. Okay. And boom. Let's go. More stats. New garden. 3, 2, 1. Also, give me a song. New garden. Here we have the Scent Garden. This too dates from the time of the abbey, but in summer, neither sisters nor brother were permitted to spend more than a single hour here, lest the temptation of savors overwhelms them. It has a garden where mud orchid and honey-scarred jasmine grows. Garden where fragrant calice and lantern rose grows. Rarer plants might flourish in Numa. Yes, indeed. And I have a hurricane lamp, which is proof against storm, wind, and mud swoop alike. Which is not a tool, but it's a light. Lantern. And I got Skin Shock Mead, a murky, sweet-smelling liquid crowded with sediment. It's a beverage that's not pourable, so it's the whole bottle. 6 moth. That's a lot of moth. Feel like home. Lol. We have lots of moth. And I cannot find where they grow and prospers. Next. New book. Who this? And then I get a new skill. I learn a new lesson. And I put it in the tree. And I get a new stat. Let's go. Rolling. Gore does not mention the menses directly, but constantly coy metaphorical reference to ascending the staircase of years to the door of sleep, and to the blue light of dawn, suggests he had commerce with the unseen world. Okay. New book. It was common in that time to speak of the division of the sun, by which contemporaries understood the irruption of barbarian forces and of their uncouth gods. Okay. I thought it was gonna give me stuff about, like, secret histories? That's kind of weird, but okay. I get an extra lesson in auroral contemplation. I should have waited. I could have put it in a second slot. Well, and a memory of contradiction. Well, I'm gonna level it up. Contradiction. Blah. Wainscot histories. me contradiction. Okay, cool. So, I mean, I don't have an effort. It's okay. It's easy to generate something to get it. Satins. And I got nothing to do, so fast forward. It is morning. What weather will we have today? Next room, I would need 5 heart or 5 scale. So the midwife has 1 heart. I would need to produce an extra 4, and I have 1 in my tools. So not happening. Here, 3 rows, 3 key. The people I have access to have no key. I have, well, knock. I have a 2 knock, so I just need to produce an extra knock. Okay. What's the weather like today? It is still sunny. Okay. Sunny is 2 sky. I don't need sky, so I will just use the weather to level up my skill. And I will level it up with I need to keep what? I need to keep my shaft. I will keep. Thank you. Tea or water? I will just do it with my fast. I will not do it with my fast. I like my fast. Okay, it's been a while. I have a lot of tea and it's getting cold. Ish. Coldish. Okay. Yes. I have the I will improve auroral contemplation to level 2. Oh, you know what? I'm not gonna use my whiff. I'm not gonna use my metal. I'm gonna use my metal. No, I am gonna use my wrist. Boom. Level up. Okay, that's done. I need 3 knocks. And I have 0 knocks. Okay. I put the fish there? Oh yes, I put the fish there. Okay, I will hire Mrs. Skill. Well, ask help from Mrs. Skill. I will go into the wood with my help and wolf stories to gather in summer. I will go to the beach with my thrift and my ink of containment knowledge to gather in summer. What has the sea seeded today? I will get here on this desk and use my metal to catalog a book. Let's go. Go here with my fuss to catalog a book. Let's go. I will not do it on my person because I'm dumb. I have a package to open. It needs food, and food is a sustenance of egg and remain. Or remain. And I do have fish, which is a sustenance of egg, of remain. I will satisfy the creature's appetite. Food will make a hungry beast or a wild one cooperative. This is the best timeline. This is skill. Hello. Could you introduce me to people in the village, please? A mutual acquaintance will introduce me to Denzel the Smith. I might get 6 or even 10 words out of him if I'm patient. Let's go! Will not have books to read, so I will use my shop to do some fixing and mending works to get some money. Money. Fire the doorway. Denzel is a surprising source of practical advice. The smithy is now available. I get a memory of foresight, which is 2 forge, 1 lantern. Denzel Smith, strong as oak, blackened by smoke. He will never surpass his father, and he is no longer a soldier, but he still has his craft. Boom. What up? My auroral contemplation has been upgraded. It's level 2. Yeah. So, the manner in which the alchemist was spared, which is in 1782, Anel Verdier used this test as the basis for a presentation to the Academy of Science in Paris. He was executed in secret the following morning without trials. It's a mystery of 14 Forge, written in Vac, which is a language I don't understand. It's a bold language. I cannot read in bold, only italics. I love it. The 5-letter on memory. Julian Cosley, epistolary treatise on matters memorial and mnemonic. Addresses to his then friend Claude Urso, the mystic and antiquarian. It's a mystery of Winter 6. I really need to just read books of Winter left and right because I get like so much. I still had a book here I could have read. Whatever. It's no matter. What else? Am I working here? Yes. Time skip. Not really. What's that? The dog. A full belly make a helpful friend. This beastie is now inclined to cooperate. Loyal dog. Walkies are surely a small price to pay for his unshakable fidelity. It has gained cooperative. No trouble at all. At least not just now. I have a doggo. Best game ever. Ooh, stun. Money. It's midday. It's midday. I could put some Nah. Gonna let the stuff finish and we're going to go to tomorrow. I found in the wood an abandoned luggage, long past the help of any lost and found. With an element of heart. That's nice. And on the beach, I found Eva's Luck, a pale rack washed up on the beach by Braincrub. It is a flower and a leaf, it's a thing of winter and rose. Winter and rose? Salt-strewn, salt-snare stuff. Of rose? Why are you a thing of rose? And most importantly, where the fuck do I put you? Luggage. I want to know, can you read? 1953. And am I doing another activity? No. I can upgrade a rural. Well, I can upgrade my. I could upgrade my fuss if I had to, but I don't. And there's nothing else to do today, so cake time. You changed that noise. Now there's crows. It sounds creepy. I guess it works though. Okay, day a break. What is gonna be on the agenda today? First, what's the weather today? Cloudy with a chance of meatball. Moon and moth. I can read a book of Moon 6 with that. Winter. Moon. Muff. Winter. I thought I had a book of Moon 6. Can I read a Muff book? Well, that's quite annoying. Couldn't get lucky with that book. Okay. I wish I had another stat. I can give. Okay, first. The wife was not letting me speak with the Reverend. And I think Mr. Kyle Kill as one sky. Yes, he does. So he will be able to introduce me to the Reverend. If I remember, Reverend as one knock. So that would be helpful. Next step. I would like to use my okay, I will see what I can grab outside. I can only go there with my health and wolf story. So get committed. Beach. Can only go there with my tryst and ink on containment. Let's go. That's okay. Now that is that's done. I do not care about metal or Arab specifically. And this one is fust. And I'm gonna open the book with fust. I will open one package with one of my shaft. And inside the package is a second, smaller package. I would love it if it was the case. Who's done? Hello. Coffin maker. Can you? Yes, you can introduce me to the rector. A mutual acquaintance has induced Reverend Timothy, the rector, to invite me for tea. There may even be crumpets. Let's go. Cloud, what can I do with Cloud? Honestly, I don't think I will be able to do anything with it. I was trying the book, if I remember. So that's gonna be great. Tea with the rector. Reverend Timothy's tea goes cold. As does mine. Reverend Timothy's tea goes cold while he expostulates about post-restoration politics and theorizes about the pagan tradition of the miners. The rectory is now available. And I get a memory of gossip. 1 grail, 2 rows. Did I add a soul thing with rose? I don't think I did. That would have been useful. Could I hire the wife, feed her the bread and give her gossip? I'm gonna do that. Hire the wife. Miss Skill, I need your help. It's an urgent matter of opening a door. Curio catalog, it's scale, not what I want. But I do not despair. I will find what I need. Who are you? It's Kyle. I need help. Exalt with the memory. Let's go. Nothing's happening for a while. In the container, crack open the container to lighten your discovery. Lignum vitae blank, the hardest of all wood. It's a fuel wood material. It's a thing of 3 scale, 3 nectar, 3 edge. Not too shabby. Not too shabby indeed. I will put this on that shelf. I require more shelves. Memories don't last as long outside books, but it made a difference for the day. Midwife, I would like you to get this loaf of bread. Eat it. I can offer my assistant something to eat. This will increase their aspect. It's also just friendly. Let's go. It's not the end of the day, so we're Gucci on that. What do I do with my metal? Forge edge, forge edge. That a book for edge. 1, 2, 3. I don't have tool of edge. I don't have anything that can give me edge as far as I know. Can my dog read the book? Is it a very good dog? Who are you? A wild viper. Don't make any sudden move. Unexpected find in the folds of earth and sky. It's Snake. The face is so cute. The face is so cute. I can ask pets. Food. I'm gonna have snack. Midwife, open the way. I have reached the threshold of the house proper, the librarian of the curia or scholars of note, somewhere put in the depths. From here I should proceed carefully, observing the proper forms, making the appropriate offerings. The villager and other locals know the ways of the earth and sea hereabouts. Their assistance will be invaluable. Woo! Reading a little bit quick. Snake. I speak. Metal. Fish. Oh, that's quick. Boom. New room, the entrance hall, the beginning of the house proper. The curia used to issue gloves and slipper of soft leather to protect the books and premises. Visitors were often asked to remove their shoes, pause a moment, and listen to the histories. And a shit ton of statue. I'm gonna have so much pet. Okay, sorry. Valentine the Wolf, 6th Baron Brinkrog, known for his eccentricities. In the sky he sought his friend, an inscription you read. Hendrik the Wolf, 1st Baron Brinkrog, known for his pious, merciless justice, granted Brinkrog Isles in 1536 after the dissolution of St. Brendan. Lady the Brose, sometimes known affectionately as the First Eva. Lady the Brose never visited the isle, but it was her generous endowment that allowed the abbey to thrive and grow in the 13th century. Lady Rowena, for as long as there has been a hush house, there have been stories of his enigmatic protectress. Leaves in the wind, soothing but undistinguished work in oil. Someone evidently was good at tree and wanted you to know it. I love it. Sister, priestess, oracle, queen. A very old image from the dawn period with a simple inscription. The boy prays. There's no sign of a boy in this distorted, menacing image, and no one seems to be praying. That's a lot of aspect for a painting, considering this one is just one nectar. Grail moon scale. Nice. Abbot Geoffrey. It was Abbot Geoffrey who gave Nathan of Gregensburg sanctuary here and decreed the building of the Barber's Tower where Nathan and his family could dwell. In 15th century England, only a determined and well-respected abbot could have persuaded the brethren to shelter a Jewish physician. Knock object. Linium vitae blank, the thing we found in the suitcase. Why was there a suitcase with wood in the middle of the wood? Instead of just the wood. Anyway. Crowcross Sand at high tide. A gloomy study of the sea in gloomy weather. Okay. Abbot Thomas. Possessed by Satan. Clearly. Thomas was one of the first abbot here at the beginning of the Solar Gothic period. This bust is much more recent, a 19th century bronze. An inscription read, Speech, the first sword. Sword. One muff. Authority. Once the shepherd crooks represented the authority of the church. Perhaps the Suppression Bureau kept it here because they liked the idea of authority in general. The Suppression Bureau worked in the library when they were a jail? Possibly. Saint Melancht, visionary philosopher alchemist, most revered and most heterodox of the Isles Abysses. Abysses? An inscription in Latin read, The cross died but not passed within. And leaves in the wind again. Oil on canvas. I get access to the stair here are clear, but the air here is thick with old magics. I should move carefully and I should not go alone. Still no sign of any fire. Why then was the house abandoned? I would need 4 edge, 4 heart, 4 moon, or 4 winter. 4 winter is kind of easy to get. And the Weed Choke Garden. From what I can make out the garden beyond, it must have been very peaceful, but now it's neglected and overgrown. And I would need 3 heart. Yeah. Or 3 nectar. 3 nectar could be done with dandelion wine and my health. 3 heart. I would need an extra heart with the midwife. I think I'm gonna do that one first with the 4 winter because that's easy. Easy. Much exploration, not a lot of book, not a lot of tea. Not enough tea. Something shipwrecked. What ship lost this? Inside, the shipwrecked parcel was a slightly smaller parcel. Carefully wrapped in brown paper. Last thing. What am I doing? I'm feeding a viper. Yes. Where will I put the viper? Where will I put my snake friend? The garden? A tame viper. An avid student of warm fireplace stone, warm mice, and warm milk. It's still so cute. A full belly make a helpful friend. This means not inclined to cooperate. Stay close to the fire? No? In the entrance. Snack. I don't like those noises. And at the end of the day, we go sleep. And it's cake time. Can we make cake in this game? Cultist Simulator Farming Edition. It's not a lie, but it tried to kill me earlier, so it's just dangerous. It's also kind of chocolate cake, so kryptonite much. I have snack. What's the weather today? You're not helpful. That's not useful. Okay. Step 1. Whist. Have Mr. Kyle be my friend. Can I do something with the book? Yes, if I was not talking to Mr. Kyle to open more room, I could knock. My shop I have knock, but I don't have any skill for that. I have winter, I have moon. I have moon again. Like, why you do this to me? I've read that one. There. 4 of edge. 1, 2. I have edge in there. Arab is edge, so that would be 3. Winter, skill 6 would be difficult. Moth. 8 of sky, 6 of grail. Yeah, that's no reading the book. I could just use the Perinculate to Health, Wolf Story, Perinculate, give me 6 scale. Let's go. Key of Night, the deliberation leading to a manifesto of the worms of a scale as recorded around 19,000 in the bar Vienna in the cellar of the Hotel Ciervo in Noon. Okay. Wolf Story. And ink. Scale unearthed. I can master this mystery. Let's go. I thought it was water like lotus. Wait? Wait? I'm confused about the water thing. Okay. That's done. Nothing to record. I'm gonna open this room. Can I try to open this one? I don't think so. I used my health, so I cannot go there. I did not use my tryst, so I can go here. You will get stuff. I need the inn to do stuff. So, I will try to craft stuff? Maybe? Can I? Yes, I could try to craft stuff. Hello. Faust and contemplation. I can craft Hagengrau. Bless you. Or, and that's the only skill I have right now. And I don't have anything enough to give me more edge than that, so I will craft a Hagengrau. Hagengrau. So, auroral contemplation with the contemplation. 5 lantern makes Hagengrau. I have no clue what that is. And with the rest, I will not work at the end. I did not forget that I wanted to do that. I will consider with my shaft something especially tasty. Crack open the container, delight in your discovery. Interesting. Bottle of booze. Mr. Kill. I'm using a tree pants to get my whisk back. Meanwhile, let's talk about nothing at all. Arab metal shaft will be able to work, basically. That's pretty much that. Hello, memory of regret to winter. Thank you, that's very helpful. That's exactly what I needed and that I planned to get. Anyway. What's this? Something especially tasty. Oh, tea. No! TRN limited drinking cocoa packet. TRN spice and savor department market this as the secret sacraments of the last Inca. Oof. Well, you know what happens now. I throw it in the fire. But I will actually just brew it. Brew over the fire. Let's go. Oh, wait. Something else. Hagengrau. The surface of the substance is difficult to resolve, almost as if it weren't there at all. Hagengrau. If grey down oil were drinkable. Beverage liquid of winter and moon. Not pourable. Okay. Musica. New stuff. I've refreshed my whiff. Therefore, I can use my whiff for not a lot of things. Hello, Mr. Open the door. Open the Grand Descent, ground floor. What can I do with my whiff? My whiff. Not a lot of thing, I think. Not while my other skill are used. Shap, let's go sleep. Sleep. Repair stuff. Boom. A brew over the fire. I get TRN limited drinking cocoa pot. Yes. I will serve appropriately. And get my metal. And what else now? I found sand. An hourglass, of course, is sand contained by sand. Yes, it is. It indeed is. Now, I get 6 winter. Let's go. Which book of 6 winter do I read? That's 8. 8 also. Do I have another 6 winter there? Yes, I do. Let's get the ball rolling. Okay. Which of those 3 books do I read? Boom. Those indignities perpetrated by the deceitful fraternities of L'Obliviette. So that's Crud writing about the dissolution of the Obliviettes. On the white, Solomon Husher writes paregorically of winter and its long, slow doom romance with the sun. The epigraph is sunset at noon. I kind of want to read that one. The 5-letter on memory, Julian Cosley epistolar treatise on matter memorial and mnemonic addressed to his then friend Clother So, the mystic and antiquaries. You know what? You get on the white. And I get winter there. On the white. Things of containment, winter conclusion. Let's go. And sand. There we go. What can I do with my Arab? I have served the cocoa. The cocoa. Can I put the cocoa somewhere? Yes, I could put it there, but like, can I put it in a better place? Like, it's kind of dumb, but whatever. Next, Ereb could hire me the girl. Scale unhurted. So, the book about the worm of a scale recorded in Barviana in the cellar of Hotel Ciervo in Noon. The worms, all of whom use grandiose nom de guerre like Citizen Knife and the Midnight Pilgrim, agree that all previous iterations of their movement have been freckles and treacherous, and agree that the return of the pre-human hour, the god from stone, is the true way to end the tyranny of eternity. The worms identify the wheel, the tide, the flint, Suloshana, the spider doors, the excellency Gnatobia. Woo! The Excellency Ignatobasis and Wickel inextinguishable as the 7 necessary pentiment that must be returned to every history through the propaganda of the deed. This is an eccentric list and clearly a compromise. The process of trashing it out clearly exhausts all the participants who don't specify the necessary deed beyond a vague reference to the loophole. Seven necessary pentiment that must be returned to every history through the propaganda of deed. Okay. I will, hello Panda, I will act like as if I understood everything. Except that the worm are agent of scale? So scale is the worm? Or scale is the hours that are pre-human, so gods from stone, which would make sense. It's scale hurt, but also worms. Okay. Identify necessary. I will have to read that later with more understanding. Get a memory of fear. The oldest and strongest emotion of mankind is fear, and the oldest and strongest kind of fear is the fear of the unknown. Lovecraft. Classic. Memory of fear. Fear. Hello. From. Boom. Key of night. And lesson, pentiments and precursors. With an ant, like in Mother of Hand, makes sense. Because scale and grail, because Mother of Hand. I've gained more understanding of pentiment and precursor. I do not have grail. I do have one scale. So that's good. And it's a low scale skill. This could be a high scale or a high grail. Either way, I want it. Get to me. There is... This is the follow-up of Cultist Simulator, so yes, kind of. I remember in Cultist Simulator, I made a call to the Watchman, which was a concept of lantern, which is... Lantern. Life is a pure flame and we live by an invisible sun within us. Lantern is the principle of the secret place, sometimes called the house of the sun and of the light above it. It is revelation and sight and like Cthulhu, but like biblically accurate angel Cthulhu in that way. And the Watchman had rights where you needed to stay in his shadow so he just doesn't obliterate you with his vision. It was a thing. I died crazy because I was just fascinated with stuff. 10 out of 10. Would play it again if it was a little bit more chillax. Like this game is a little bit more chillax. I don't have timer that goes like... It's like you have memory, which are ephemeral, but they last a day, which is about 5 or 6 minutes. Like you can just try again. You don't have to like go work to get money to live. That was literally a thing. So, like, if you cannot pay money, your health would get sickened. And then you also needed that money to buy occult books. And it was like just juggling a lot of plates at the same time. And it did not work totally with me. But I prefer this one because it's a little bit more chillax. But yes, some Cthulhian aspect are reference, just memory of fear, you know, cult, all-powerful, almost god. Ereb, 2 grail. One knife, 2 knives, 4 knives, 4 knives. Edge. And it's noon. 4 edge. Hello, 4 edge. Yes. Hello. This is unfortunately the place where I can use edge. But I don't need to use desk. Nice. I just need this to finish. And what did I gather? A 6-pence, because I worked. Nice. I'm gonna be able to do it anyway. Pentiments and Precursor. It's 2 scale, 1 grail. Wolf Story is 2 moon, but I don't really need to boost Wolf Story because it's already committed, so I don't need to level it up to put it in my stats. But if I boost Pentiment and Precursor, I can have a big skill of scale and a smaller amount of grail. So I think I'm gonna put Wolf Story here voluntarily, and I'm not gonna upgrade Wolf Story, but Pentiment and that thing that I don't remember will be used. Desk. No, not desk. Book. Hello. I use a memory of fear, my knowledge in auroral contemplation, and my Ereb, which is my pride, compassion, hatred, and fear, to know the mysteries, to match the mystery of edge, which is the principle of battle and struggle. To read the Oris and understand the lesson inside it. The Oris Book 2 in Latin, a 19th century reprint by the indefatigable Nathaniel Darcy-Ever of a 14th century Latin translation of a 4th century book. I love it! It's a translation of a reprint. Let's go. Pentiment and Precursor. Hello. Welcome to the Tree of Wisdom, where the wisdom of today can be yours tomorrow. Okay, right now I could put Pentiment and Precursor in 2 things. Whether Bird Song or the thing I would technically need to upgrade, which would be Skolekosophy. The study of things that should not be studied. Some call this a wisdom. Or Bird Song, which would be music, riddle, miscellanea. But if I do Pentiment and Precursor, I would get a core, which is a stat I don't have. Of the Lygian Medusa, it has been said she might be the oldest of her kind still living, and she is dead. Simurgist, which are the people who follow the wisdom of the birdsong, might interpret this thus: she is the oldest of the shared names of the twins, the hour we called sister and witch and sister. The Lygian Medusa. The shared name of the twins. The hour we call sister and witch, witch and sister. So the twins is an hour. And the hours are the all-powerful being that are mystics and weird and creepy. And cool. Do I commit for a core? Yes. Give me a core. Let's go. Core. 2 heart, 1 grail. The room open, that's what I heard earlier. The Grand Ascent, ground floor, the staircase that served as the spine of the house. Baron Walter's great project, executed by the master mason Gregory Wheelock. In this place, we have Ambrose's favorite chair. Ambrose Westcott was a capacious gentleman, and he ensured the springs in this, his fortress, were calibrated to bear any conceivable weight. 200 years on, the springs still do their duty. Nice. Hocobald. Ambrose Westcott liked to name his hunting trophies after former rivals whom, he said, his trophy resembled. It's a carcass. Something that once moved without my assistance. I don't know if it's to say that it's an object now, so I need to move it, or if it's to say, like, I could make it moves on its own. Necromancer. Let's go. Paradise Palm, an unquenchable vitality. 2 nectar. Fly. Delightful repose, placed by the curia of the eyes to allow a rest before an ascent or after a descent. Grail, yes. And Dr. Serena Blackwood. No one is in the picture. Only an empty garden. Nice. Wall heart of Rose and Forge. Forge because it's been painted. Rose because where the fuck is she? Okay. I really like the portrait of X. There's no one in the picture. Who is she? Classic. I like it. There's no one in the picture. Van Loren's old projection hang heavy in the air here, clotting the hair with shadow. I'll need counter influence to unwind them. I would need Lantern 5 or Rose 5. Okay, Lantern 5 might be attainable. Or if I want to go up, I would need Forge 4, Heart 4, Sky 4, Winter 4. Winter 4 is easy. And with Core, I can boost the Midwife to 3 heart as a base. Yes, one of my favorite thing is the sky, with just like the thread of. It's supposed to look like a doll, a puppeteer, basically, for the sky. And I really like the simplistic design of the cards. Like, even when they're supposed to be text, it's not really text. It's like kind of text. on the piece of money. Also, one of the things I really like, Panda, is Mr. and Mrs. Kill, which are my contact in the city. So, they are married, couple. She's a midwife and a handy woman. He's the undertaker and woodworker. So, coffin and cradles. I really like coffin and cradles. Yes, also Mr. Buddy in Clue. Yeah, true. In French, Monsieur Mort est mort. That's so stupid. Mr. Buddy. But yeah. And the house split in two with like the cold winter theme and like the grail, which is like birth and passion. It's like, I love it. Love it. Okay. Yes. Hello everyone watching. I just indeed noticed that there's like people. Hello everyone. If you just need to lurk and seem to enjoy the game, you can do that. If you want to talk to people, you can do that. Where was I? I have chore. I need to decide. It's just when I hover it that it gives the flashing light. Yeah, I'll do that. Also, there's really something to say with colors in that game. It is, yes, I know, not colorblind friendly, unfortunately, but it's really well color coded. Like, I can always tell that there's new concept like nectar, which is plant, basically wood, wild thing, and when you check outside the house, you get things that out of bound. It's part of nature. It's the same green. They use the same green, part of nature. You get rooms, which are in the open air, so the weather will influence them. So also same green. You get the baronial period would get the really, really fancy grail color because it's like barons and they're rich and opulent. They eat good food. The Curia, if I remember, is like pale blue, which is relating to winter and silence. Especially silence, and it's like silence in the library. I love it. I love it. So, yes, I know. Intradiegetic. Can you remind me what that means? Yes. I will Google it actually. Extradiegetic is outside of the content and is not supposed to be there, like music in a movie, right? Yes, it's just diegetic. Exactly. I would say the music is mainly diegetic, except the weather and times of day. So when the sun sets, you hear the crows and you hear, I think, a bell ring. And the weather will affect the the sound inside the castle, which is really nice. So if it's windy, you hear like rustling on the window. Right now it's just cloudy. If it rains, you also hear it on the top of the roof. Music is extra that word that I cannot say today. Colors are technically part of the game because for some reason the book will, I guess it's a little bit more of a design of the game, but the book will normally have the color of their aspect inside. So most of the time you will get Book of Winter will be the same pale blue on the cover. If it's about Lantern, usually it's the same light yellow. Yeah. Things usually are also colored with the element. By example, if I check Kitty's armchair, it's about sky and it's the blue sky. These two here is moon, but it's night sky. So you get little hints in the environment to keep reminding you of those kind of things. So usually if like the cocoa gives grail and heart, so it's going to be red or pink, and it's in fact effectively red. Sometimes there's exception because it's a material and it's more the representation, like serpentinite is a gray rock in real life. I think it's, if it's a real one, I'm not sure, but like it's made of roots, so it's scale, it's part of earth, and it's not, but it's green in this. What? Yes, indeed, it helps a lot to find stuff. And my snack is a snack. It's purple because it got 2 knocks, or it got 2 knocks because it's purple. I don't know. What came first? The egg or the snack? Anyway. Do I have time to hire Mrs. Kill? I don't think I have time to hire. I always say hire, but like it's just... The snack looks like a hat? No. I really don't like that noise. That's diegetic. I don't like those noises. Okay. I'll just unpause. Because I'm rambling. Is it too late for me to go pick up stuff? Yes, I think it's too late for me to go pick up stuff in the wild. I'm just gonna work with my health. But my chore. Oh yeah, I needed to decide, do I call it chore or core? I think I said I'm gonna try to call it core. As in coral. Winter book. On the White. So the story written by Solomon Husher with the allegory of winter. Sunset at noon. On closer investigation, the work seems to be a theory of aesthetic, or perhaps a set of warning about the danger of painting. Usher writes distractedly about his suspicion of colors and his yearning for death. He hints at the great works he has envisaged or begun, where the palest of painting will enthrall the world, he returns again and again to certain compelling phrases which he claims are the secret words of winter. Again, a lesson in quenching and quelling. And a memory of regret. So on the white is a memory of regret. Yes. I will collect this thing. And this is heart and winter. I do not need to have a strong winter thing, but I don't have any heart skill. I could also upgrading of containment with it. Ooh. I will have to wait. Chorizo? Chorizo? I don't know. The Danger of Painting, a TV show by Jürgen Leitner. Oh no, it's all Happy Little Bird. You can turn those Happy Little Bird into accident. No. Okay. I've worked. I gained money. Night is falling. And what am I doing here? Oh, another book. Another book. Nice. Hello, book. Okay, the Horace, book 2. The translation of a reprint of yada yada yada. This volume deals mostly with the hours called Lion Smith, the hour called the Tribune of Scar, and with their enmity. The Lion Smith make monster to defeat the Tribune, but the Scar of the Tribune are each a weapon. Lesson in Discipline of the Hammer. Discipline of the Hammer. And Memory of Foresight. Okay. Okay. Unread. That's red. That's not red. Boom. The Oris is now red. Okay. I have lessons. Hello. I don't have heart lessons. I don't have forge lesson. So I will just get them normally. And I think also that... Oh, hello. New. And Discipline of the Hammer. It is the day. I will wait for weather. It is a sunny day today. Okay. I will try to commit those skills to get more stats. See what I can get. So, quenchings and quellings, art which quench fire and bring solace to the troubled mind. A true adept is never troubled by fire, nor by fever, nor by restless spirit. Ambrose Westcott. It's an aspect mainly of winter. which is not nice because that's my ink of containment. And it's also a way to remove theoplasmic contamination, which I kind of already have, so not that great as a skill. Disciplines of the hammer. To purify and to combine the selves and the essence, the hammer shape gates and shatter doors within us and without. It's a concept of edge principally with a little bit of forge, and I already have auroral contemplation, which I already boosted edge a little bit, so interesting. Not the best thing. Let's see if I can commit the thing. Okay, hammer. I could get an extra shaft with discipline of hammer. Not super interested in that right now. With quenching and quellings, I could get safety and silence. Unwise words are dangerous. Mourn them, remember them, speak them not. This is hushery. Tryst. Okay, I could get a second tryst. Or I could get safety in oblivion. Let the flesh forget disease, let the smoke forget the flames, let the troubled mind forget its pain. A concept of preservation, which would give me a second health. Which is not stuff I'm searching right now. So I don't feel like I have to commit them right now. Get a third shaft. Nope. I'm not gonna commit them. Oh! Ad break. Okay. Unfortunately. Okay. So. What's gonna be the next step? Now that I have core, it's a sunny day. It's a sunny day. What can I do with a sunny day? 2 sky, 2 lantern. No. 5 lantern. With my fust, it's 1, 2. 3, 4. An extra one is easy to get. I think I should get the priest. Could I get the priest, please? I can get the priest with shaft. Nice. Get you with whist, because I'm gonna get winter boosted. Effort, I'm gonna use core and the knowledge of. Ooh, interesting. There. Knowledge of wolf story with my tryst. I have nothing to open. I will try to use sunny day to open my thing with the priest. I don't know which book I'm gonna try to do. Spoke with the people. Yes, I have access to all the house in the village. There's only there's only 3 house, so I get the boom. Reverend Timothy. Reverend Timothy enjoyed thoughtful conversation, prayers, and tea, and he offered his assistance in return for a 1 shilling donation to Church Found. We do appreciate the contribution. And of course, the Reverend is aspect of Lantern because illumination and fate, and Knock probably also because of fate, I would say. Yes, we. That's why I'm reading them also. And Denzel Smith, I can also boost the UI, honestly. But eventually it will take a lot of place in the screen, unfortunately. Boom, boom. Because that's a lot of cards. But yeah, that's also bigger for the UI. So old. The Smithy, Denzel Smith, strong as oak, blackened by smoke. He will never surpass his father, and he is no longer a soldier, but he still has his craft. And the Smithy has aspect of forge, which is concept of change and crafting, and edge because ex-soldier and also making sword, you know, which is the concept of fight. And we have the Sweet Bone, which is the public house in Brinkkrog since Cromwell's time. Its history is notable, its beer is not. Guests looking for discreet enjoyment or for discreet assistance congregate in the snug. And at the end I can try to get a little bit of work or relax for a £2. I really like it. That's okay. Anyway, I need to get used to it because eventually you get a lot of skill. And what I think I'll do though is keep the UI like that and just set it that skills overlap a quarter like that. Sundry, let's go overlap. Memory, don't overlap. Back. And UI, boom. Oh, I love it. I love it. This overlap update is so great. So great. Yes. I heard you say that and I was like, so nice. Okay. On that note, it is kind of late. It's also the beginning of the day inside the game. I've started to commit some stuff, some crimes, no, some stuff. So I guess this would be the end of the stream. It's almost midnight, indeed. A little bit of water. I would like to thank you all for being there. You don't have to be sad. I will try to probably stream it another time this week if it happens. Or there's also the long weekend. So maybe. Because I really like it. And I made another game. That's why I know a lot of the mechanics right now. So I have a little bit of spoiler for that region here. But I've decided the other game will wait because the act of discovery is nice on stream, you know. It's better. So for now, I will try to get more on stream. So today, we went up to the Grand Ascend. We have now 4 skill, which is not a lot yet. But we have very good skill, including the fact that I got a rural contemplation twice. That was a nice way to say it for now. Yes, I know, call center. Long weekend doesn't exist. But, I said but. We found a popper. We found a snake, which is nice. We found 1 curse book. That's it, 1. We found 2 books in language that I don't know. And I will need to learn. And we have Minimum Garden and almost all the Pokemon for my soul. Yeah. On that note, you will be able to see the beginning of that stream soon on the channel, and I will try to stream it another time this week, if all works well. Last time, I forgot to try to raid a channel. So this time, let's check if somebody else is playing Book of Hour. Yes. If you want to, what's happening here? Thank you. Okay, so if I browse Book of Hour, please. No. Let's send you towards there's a lot of games that are seemingly very advanced. So oh, Did's Rogue. Did's Rogue is online. Let's go. I didn't notice that. So where do I start raids already? I don't know how to do this anymore. I want to do it right. Where's the button? Ah, there. I'm blind. Yes, the quick actions are nice. I would like to raid channel. Yay! So, Dids is playing Vampire Survivor. He plays a lot of roguelites. And he's a good friend of mine, so say hello to him. Have a good rest of your night and dash or evening and dash or morning, wherever you are. Have a great day and silence in the library. Goodbye.